All right, there we go. What's up? Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning. What's up? All righty, guys. We're gonna go ahead and decided to start the month of May and move up the live for the Discord around 8:45. That is for the last year has been peak time for everybody to get on. So just moving it up a little bit. That way people aren't running behind. And then it also gives me a little bit of extra time, excuse me, in the morning. Although obviously if I ever have the opportunity to get on earlier, it'll always be in the Discord. So all right. We'll give it a few minutes and then we're going to go ahead and get started with our news. All right, here we go. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Last night's live was pretty good. We caught and were able to identify some pretty good setups and also get an idea of what we're dealing with today. What's up, Mr. Yoro, Budcraft, Dillman? You ate tried raw liver this weekend. Can't say I'll do that again. Eat it frozen in little small cubes uh, with like something like uh, you could use maple syrup or something like that. I eat, I'm not gonna talk about my eating habits, but I've experimented with it too, but yeah, I don't have a problem with texture. I've been able to eat everything, even if I don't like it. I've got like I got a homeless palate, you know? Um, all right, guys, let's go ahead and let's get to it. Charlie's going to be trying to interrupt me with the news, but it's important to be getting that news here early this morning. So, reporting FFO9 gap. Except for that. All right. So US stock index futures pretty much staying the same between now and last night. Don't do that. My cat is over here wrecking my whole setup. So we saw futures edged a little bit higher. I would say flat after closing out a rough April as investors turn their attention to the Federal Reserve and the FOMC meeting here on Wednesday, which is widely expected to raise interest rates this week to curb overheating prices. European stocks fell as data signaled a steeper pace of contraction in China's factory activity, dampened risk appetite, while exposure to London and most Asian markets for the holiday reduced volume. Junk. All right. I'm talking to my cat, by the way. Meanwhile, Japanese shares ended lower in volatile trading. The dollar advanced while investors preparing to buy for a busy week of the central bank meetings. While gold prices slipped, oil prices fell on concerns about weak economic growth in China, and manufacturing, PMI, and construction spending numbers are due later in the day. And that being said, we also have Apple hit with a EU antitrust charge over its payment technology. Apple is being charged with restricting rivals' access to its NFC chip technology in a move that could result in a hefty fine for the iPhone maker, forced it to open its mobile payment system to competitors. Google urged court to scrap the $1.6 billion EU antitrust fine. Amazon to get hearing that may overturn NYU union vote, Labor Board official says. Buffett reveals big investments, rails against Wall Street excess on Berkshire meeting. Warren Buffett on Saturday used the annual meeting of Berkshire Hathaway to reveal major investments, including a bigger stake in ATVI, which also railing against Wall Street excess and addressing the risks to his conglomerate about inflation and nuclear war. Moderna says its vaccine for ages under 6 will be ready for U.S. review in June. Moderna's CMO said on Sunday that the company's vaccine for children under 6 years old will be ready for review by the FDA panel when it meets in June. Disney, the company's head of corporate affairs, George Morrell, is leaving the company 3 months after joining from oil and energy company BP. Why? Why? According to email from CFO Bob Chapek, Morrell's brief tenure was been marked by controversy over the company's response to Florida's law banning classroom instructions of sexual orientation and gender identity for some students. It has become clear to me that the number of reasons, if it is not a right fit. So, let's see here. That's pretty much it. Netflix, the streaming platform, said Sunday it's decided to stop work on Meghan Markle's family series Pearl as it reviewed animated content, dropping several projects, including Markle's was part of a strategic decisions on production of animated series. So, all right. QCOM, Volkswagen has set up a years-long partnership with the U.S. chip to develop a automated driving technology. With the contract set to run until 2031, the German Daily reported. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Again, we have 9:45 S&P Global Manufacturing PMI. 10 a.m. we have construction spending. Actually 10 a.m. we have ISM Manufacturing PMI, price paid, employment index, and new orders index all coming in at 10 o'clock. Let's see here. We did have a couple of companies report earnings, I believe. Possibly, I think these might have been this morning. But things like Clorox, or no, maybe they have earnings today. Sorry, this article is confusing. Okay. Today is not the 30th. It is. Wait, am I tripping? Okay, I was all the way at the beginning of May. I tripped myself out. All right. So, as far as earnings are concerned, we've got Chegg, um, Big C. These are more notable names, as far as I'm concerned. BXP, AMD coming in tomorrow, Starbucks, Pfizer, AB&B. So definitely tomorrow we're going to pick up, and then really Wednesday and Thursday we're going to be bumping. We also have like I said, the FOMC meeting coming up this Wednesday. We do have a chock full economic calendar. So volatility could be expected, possibly not in the way that we necessarily want, but we'll see how that plays out. We did talk about this last night. We talked about Tesla, we talked about Microsoft, Apple, a lot of other stocks, and a lot of them, unfortunately, and Tesla, due to the gap down this morning, might be an exception, but have stayed in range and are in range building type situations. And one thing that I said last night, and I'm not sure if you guys remember, um, but I said a small gap down, right? That would be not preferable if you're looking to take something continue like as a continuation to the upside play, or excuse me, to the downside. So here's the way that I like to look, and I'm going to start the morning off with this. The way that I normally like to play these gap downs is I'm initially looking at the yesterday's close or Friday's close, which on Apple, let's just say it's 157.60. So I like to go and head down to that 15-minute time frame and get an idea of, okay, we've got that close, and then where else are we going to hit? Where are our, just like in the morning, if you were to gap up, you want to find your bounce levels. In this case, you want to find your rejection levels, levels in which you would more than likely experience some sort of rejection. Um, Oftentimes you can identify these using things like the point of control, which is sitting around 160. So I would say anywhere above 160 for Apple, you've got a little supply hanging around 161, 11 and stuff like that. But I would be looking for a rejection off of that. And this is market wide. That's why I just use this as an example, because this small gap down puts us right near this level. So 155.50 is likely where we will see Apple bounce. 155.48, somewhere in that range. Um, and that's if we see a red to green. And the good thing about this is if we do head down first and we have the ability, which we do, to identify these levels to the downside, those are where we can watch for bounces and potential gap fills to the upside for those of you who are going to be day trading. We have also had, before I go any further, we have had an absolutely phenomenal 2 weeks as far as just consistent gains are concerned. We've had a couple of, hiccups here, but that's literally just trading. I wouldn't even call it a hiccup. It's just a part of the game. So that being said, guys, due to, we've been saying this for weeks, I'm going to reiterate it this morning, tomorrow, for the rest of the week. When you drop or break range and you find a new psychological number, oftentimes that is where you will now begin a new range. And that range can take anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. And so I just want to offer that as a potential here, because marking out those boxes, finding your supply and your demand, and major levels of rejection, i.e. here on like Apple 164, and you've already retested that and fallen to the downside. So interesting setup market wide. And I do think that there is obviously the potential for the downside. If you actually take a look at Apple here, guys, so take a look at this. I was scheming last night. Um, it is below this, but think about an hourly candle close. You may or may not end up seeing the body actually close. So anywhere above 160, like I said before, and we can look for Apple longs up into the 164.50s. And that's just easy. I think not easy, but that's good next week's contracts, adding into this week's. So. But anyway, that's just like kind of an overall. I'm just using Apple as an example. But as far as the watch list is concerned, I did obviously show you guys Tesla already. Um, we Tesla's expensive on Mondays. It did have earnings, so those premiums likely will have died down just a tad. Those of you guys who are day trading, this is the setup where you want to look for the bounce level. And I would say right there. So this is going to be 946. 946, and then at the bottom you've got an 8 or 9, excuse me, 846, and then at the bottom you've got, let's say, 825 to 830. So those are levels to watch for Tesla to bounce, rather than, just flush. If the initial move is up and we go and we test this level, which is 875, that's where we could potentially see our long situation. One thing that is similar to Tesla, is to Apple, is to most S&P stocks, I'm noticing, is the beginning of what could be, again, bear flags. Now this can be here, right? So if Tesla decides to bounce off of these levels, this level right here, again, 875, is good to go long. And I would be using these dynamic levels and be aiming for things like 950, and probably just using the $1,000 strike, 1050s, stuff like that, aiming for this 944, 940 level. So like in Tesla, again, I want to warn you that range can be built here. And this might be one of those weeks where we're sitting at our computers until 11:30. So if you're a scalper or day trader and stuff like that, make sure you guys are setting our alerts, finding those higher time frame setups, so that way you're not going into the day blind. Lower. Facebook. Can you check? Yeah, I will give those a shot. I'll take a look at those. Let me try to get confident. All right, so again, Facebook and another thing that I'll just mention here this morning, this is probably a really good morning to see where and know where your pre-market lows and pre-market highs are. So in this case, I think right about there. I think this is okay. So pre-market highs on Facebook are 202.16. And then pre-market lows are your 198.96, which is you could see it's clear as day. So that's your, and I would do that on Tesla as well. Big bounce level. We talked about this as well. This could be one of those situations if you step out to the higher time frame where this plays out as a cup and handle. It is an ugly cup, but a cup nonetheless. And the handle is right there. So if we end up moving, and again, this is I told you guys last night, one of the reasons that I like this setup is it offers really clean, solid levels. So right here on Tesla, or excuse me, on Facebook, you've got 204.50. This little box, right? That's where you got to break past and through. And the beautiful thing is that we have, here's the thing, we have gaps to the down and the upside. And I love that. And especially Facebook below 195. So today, Facebook below 198, you may see that 198 or 195.75 retest. And then that could offer the gap up to the downside for targets of like 187. On the contrary, above that 204.50 mark, which marks the median of this little red box that I have right here, I would be looking for the 208 push to the upside. I would be using this wick fill as a second entry. So when the wick fills, right, which I would expect it to tap it, pull back, as it most of the time you'll see at a wall of sellers, and then curl back up and head for that gap to the upside. So I still like Facebook to the upside for a potential gap fill, but the one thing, and a lot of times you guys will hear me, I'm very directional. I feel like I know where the market is going. And then other times I have to listen to myself talking and like kind of think about it and be like, okay, clearly, we're in a situation where, we're going to could possibly just stay in range and we have the space to do it. And that's just an extra layer, an extra stamp on this. If you guys are on TikTok, I am streaming live on my YouTube. So, all right, it is 9 o'clock. So we've got Facebook now. I did swing Microsoft, everybody, and the only thing that we will likely be down on is Theta. Excuse me. And I did show you guys that this is definitely in the situation where we could see a bounce. Microsoft wicked up and it did double top here at 291. But I do see the potential for a linear, or excuse me, dynamic support, and then breaking anywhere below 275. And I don't mean like a 5-minute candle. I mean like all the way like on the hourly breaking 275. There's a gap to fill to the downside. If you swung puts on Microsoft, here's the deal. You have a retest level of 280. So you have to make a choice. You either grab a call, which is probably going to be my move. I'm going to grab one call and I'm going to be looking to take Microsoft to the upside to hit 280. And here's the deal. What I'm going to be doing with this contract, if I'm going to be holding my puts and grabbing Microsoft longs, my entry is my exit, because the goal with this call is to put me in a position to get out from underneath my swing trade and even possibly ride this trade to the upside. But if we see a rejection at 280 and then we just chop, that's obviously the situation where if we're already green on those contracts, we can just cut everything. But this is in case if we do end up moving to the upside today. I'll just be able to easily transition into the upside position, which is, like I said, this weekend, it is a possibility to see the 283 50 retest. Um, is there a new TikTok ID? No. I tried to post this morning. I'm still banned. Um, yeah. I'll be back on. I'm unbanned at like 6 o'clock today. So alrighty. I think I had a couple on the side watch list. I did want to keep my eyes peeled on Nvidia. Nvidia has already moved down here in pre-market, but just seems like it really wants to go hit 183. That is the nearest support level for Nvidia. I'm not quite too sure or quite sure what I'm going to be doing as far as Nvidia to the downside. Like if this is an H pattern and we are going to dump off of these multiple rejections, then for Nvidia, if it does bounce, I'm not going to trade it from there, because I wouldn't be expecting a full retest of like $200. But the grand scheme of things here is if we do end up breaking to the downside, 183.50, if today is somehow a down day, we still have support all the way at 175 for Nvidia. So I will be watching for that. But alrighty, that's really it from whoa, domestic terrorism. Nice. Nikola is getting a $200 million investor. Ugh, gross. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, more down. Super bearish. Oh wow, interesting. So somebody asked me about AMD here. So pretty decent setup for AMD, both to the up and the downside. It did have a fake out at the top of this channel, retest 91.18, $90. And then you fell back into this zone, this one right here. So the zone in between $87 and $84 is AMD's little sweet spot. So anywhere below $84. I have a target. I would anticipate, obviously, if you pull back, you're likely to retest. But I would anticipate possibly somewhere around $80 being retested relatively soon, based on AMD's trajectory at the moment. So, and here in pre-market, it doesn't appear to. So pre-market lows are 84.80, and that's a clean level across the board. Look at this. So below that, you've got another little level 83, 84 even, and then S1, which is 83.26. So AMD does have earnings this week. That's right. Okay, well, that being said, you're going into earnings with a falling wedge. Um, I say AMD goes up. I think that it goes up on earnings, but I could be wrong. It does have this massive head and shoulders, which is a major trend, reversal. So I actually will probably take an AMD straddle today, targeting $74.51 and $100. So $75 contracts and $100 contracts are likely going to be where I find myself on AMD today. Um, and you will get burned. More than likely, the play result of most earnings plays. I never claimed to be a genius off of calling something on earnings. It's fun, it's exhilarating, but it's just a gamble. But I do like to set myself up for a risk adverse gamble, so that way at least I have a fighting chance to get some money. So, all right. Manny should be on here shortly. Uh, what was that? Oh, I need to unmute. Charlie. Oh, is Manny on? I hear the tiniest little voice. It sounds like somebody locked you under some stairs. There you go. I hear you. What's up, man? How are you? Is your mic? I have you turned all the way up. Let me go look at my volume on my computer. All right, that's baby me.
Is this better?
That's better.
Yeah, it was dude, gold is down 2%. Spot gold.
Gold is down 2%.
Yeah, I caught that bullshit. That will drop.
Oh my gosh. You think that sets it up for an immediate reversal at the bell?
Volume push, yeah. So they have to drive up because gold lives for volume. So all those people that missed this whole drop because they didn't have the volume, they're gonna get it and get this top now, which is gonna end up getting shorted.
Yeah.
But a relief around this area would be very nice because we're like at my negative 17 target. Literally, we found
We are in Blue Apron announcing $70.5 million plan capital infusion through debt and equity financing.
Sorry.
brokers doesn't like gold before.
Getting some price upgrades on things like Honeywell right now to 218.
First thermostats on that.
Oh, look at Roku. He kind of has a mean mug. He's like, yeah, like he's like saying things about your death, your untimely death. What are you watching today? Just gold?
Mostly SPY. Here's the thing. Today's gonna be a day where it's sort of make or break, but if there's a rally, then we are most likely gonna get a very hawkish spread. That's how I'm looking at least this week. Gamma exposure levels are through the fucking roof still. But we have support only showing itself. Come on, go keep reversing. Come on, keep going. But I have what do you call it? So when we look at pretty much just everything, and then we look at our strikes, open interest, where will we find support? For SPY, it's obviously that 400 levels. With SPX, is that 4,000 level. But the question is gonna be, is this enough to break it? Personally, we don't have a catalyst that's gonna give us a move. This is how I feel. We don't have a catalyst that's gonna dictate a move to flow, right? This price action is natural selling. There's no catalyst inbound that's gonna decide, you know what, we just drop a couple more points. The only catalyst to make us drop hard, I think, will be a block spread. If we keep dropping to FOMC, then this is normal price action, normal selling, that rally post FOMC is gonna happen. There's more odds for it happening.
Yeah, because we've fallen so hard. I mean, like the long outlook is short. Like I'm bearish still, but I think that I agree. We're in the space now where and we've been doing this. Rollman's been doing this long enough, where you can tell that they're moving the market in a way like almost pricing everything in.
Yeah.
So that way the move that you think is going to happen, it's going to be the opposite, and it happens every time. It's almost like the gatekeeper of like the event space when you're learning about like how these things affect sentiment. I remember Manny telling me that like what is it, the first initial reaction, what is it from? It's like the first initial reaction. Right, it's the impulse, and then you look at the and I tell you what, every single time, it's all in the money. So, but yeah. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to chime in.
But no, it's pretty nice. With the underside, that's low right now. It's pretty great. I literally bought it at 1859.59.
Oh wow. Cheers. Big. What's up, dude? There he is.
No, I want to show you guys something.
Let's see it.
Be real quick. I get ready to trade. The key since it started has never been marriage development channel for April,
Oh wow.
which you go see all the previous price action. It's never closed below the 20-month moving average.
Wow.
That spells absolute disaster. Do I know when the Qs are going to flush? I don't. If I did, I would retire shortly. I'm telling you, close to some levels. Haven't seen that on the on TV yet, but if something like this happens, that spells doom or gloom. I think we can get all the way down to 196.64. I mean, I know that's a big stretch, but I'm going to trade for it. Don't know when the rug pull's coming, but when something happens like that, this never happened. This trumps 2008. I mean, this is bad news for us. Also, what happened on Thursday was the Nasdaq moved 4% in an hour. That was all algorithms. They took it up to rug pull Amazon earnings.
Here we
I
go.
have tons of strange traps, but if you don't think the market's manipulated, better think again because these guys are in charge, and we have no idea what the reaction is going to be. Probably a short squeeze. Nobody knows. You can't just play downside because you're expecting downside. You got to be ready. You got to have order sign Q because when this thing flips, the machines will take over and you're going to have a hard time filling. So you got to be ready because this market is going to be a whole lot different 6 weeks from now, and it's going to be lower. Oh my God. And stay away from fertilizer because they lost the key level. They report tomorrow, but it looks like they're going to get about a 2 or 3% haircut, even though their earnings are going to be great. You've lost, once stuff loses some big key support levels, I don't care what their earnings are in this kind of environment. Playing calls is extra super high risk right now because we are extremely bearish. That's about what I had today. Those are
I'm pretty.
Oh, also on energy, the EU going offline from Russia. There's a couple smaller countries that don't want to go offline. When that there's still a lot of uncertainty. That's why gold's cooled off. The China demand story is still there with lockdowns. I did see some analysts saying energy is still the top play going out in December, barring an escalation with Ukraine. But I'm long energy, and I think that'll pay out for us in December in a big way.
Speaking of energy, I might start. I'm long, like long on uranium. I was looking at you this weekend. This is my. It doesn't look perfect on the chart, but if it does end up falling anywhere below 7, I'm going to use puts for what they're intended. I have well over 100 shares, so I'm going to use those as a hedge, and I'm going to use those funds probably to buy the dip. This thing, I'm not sure if we're going to see, it's at a good bounce level, and I'm actually watching it. If it does end up climbing back above 8, to add, but it has that major resistance up there, so. Yes, FYI, FOMC play with Manny was about 90 seconds. Yeah, if you're used to trading with me, guys, and you guys trade with Manny on FOMC, if you're new, you guys, make sure you guys are. I was gonna say,
It's the initial pop, right? So the initial literally 2 p.m. news release,
right.
and then there's a 5-minute close inverse. So there's two literally, and I trade the first tick after the transcripts, which is risky as hell, but it works.
Yep. One thing I was going to say is if you are new, like brand new, make sure you know which admins are doing what, how each one of us is trading. Obviously, that's pretty important. If you were to take a contract with like Manny or with Manny and then hold it like top shelf, that's not going to work out. So just make sure. There's yeah. Libertarian says Potter initial move 15-minute candle close. Manny initial move 15-minute or 15-second candle close. Really quick, I wanted to bring this up. This is always I like to go over this really quickly, especially on Mondays. Let's see what Walt's talking about. All right, so just some coverage initiated. I'm going to be looking for names that we're familiar with here. There is some price upgrades and downgrades coming out right now. Nothing. There's nothing there, but there are some Credit Suisse is doing XOM, raises the price target to 102. Honeywell again got a lower. Actually, they lowered their price target on that one to 206. Let's see, Chevron. So they're putting upgrades up on a lot of gas and energy. So if you guys are rolling with Rollman, then AMD has earnings, and I will likely. So I'm gonna look at the premiums today. If AMD is set up, I might take a little straddle on it. I'm thinking $100 and 75. I think that it goes between one of those numbers. Maybe as high as 110. I think that's the top is 110. But 75 would be where I'd be looking to the downside. So, all right. So let's go ahead and split up yield chart. So we have a few more minutes. Oh, I tried it. I decided to drink caffeine this morning. It was a bad idea. Yeah, I haven't drank coffee in like 3 weeks. I feel like I could put my finger in the outlet and not like that sounded terrible because I have so much energy. On the side watch list, guys. I don't think I'll take anything on this today, but I will be watching Amazon. I normally like to play. I come in and play Amazon usually on Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays when the premium isn't jacked up to like $1 bajillion for every trade. So, all right, Facebook. Make sure you guys have your levels set, your entries, your exits. If you guys swung Microsoft with me again, likely, above that 278.80, I'm going to grab that 280 strike or 285 if you can't grab the 280. And I'm going to be looking to, and that's for this week. I'm going to be looking to cut that downside swing if we do break up above 280. It's just that simple. Anywhere below 275, we've got levels. We've got a bounce level at 275 even. So if we do get down, guys, I'm not liking Microsoft's setup right now. We could see more downside. I might be wrong. Trying not to be biased here. But yeah, if we do break 275, I'd rather re-enter. So. Oh, you have the same levels on Tesla? Nice. Nice. I think I'm gonna grab a Facebook call at the bell. Yeah, I think Facebook goes and hits 206.55 right here. Above 203, I think I'm gonna leg into. I'll start grabbing calls. TP Baba. Yes. What do you have on Baba Grizzly? If you guys are on YouTube, let's see. Just know I can't. I'm not able to see comments too much. So I'll be checking in periodically. So. Why did I have to drink so much coffee today?
You okay, bro?
I'm like shaking inside of my skin. Oh god. Yeah, I'm good. Coffee. You know, your body's first reaction to coffee, it's almost like you shouldn't be drinking it. There's Facebook. Okay, Facebook by Microsoft Tesla. I guess I'll put in a video up there. Okay. All right, guys. 2 minutes. Also, just to reiterate, I am not getting rid of my Rivian puts. All right, I am holding them for a long time.
TP, most of my gold longs. Pre-stock market open. I don't want to deal with that shit. We got another impulse into that 1860 again. I'm gonna fucking hold on to what that is. That move should hold up for a couple of sessions, to say the least. You know, there's always the odds of us dropping from it, but let's see if it holds.
I think Q's impulse is to go retest 315, but I mean, there's the downside levels. 312.
The manipulation on gold is crazy.
Yeah, Facebook. It is a risky entry. So if you're gonna get in with me above, I mean, really, I might even just grab it at the pivot. But it's not gonna be like an. I'm looking at the 15-minute and the 5-minute here. So you can see that 202.40 is a big level, but we'll see how these premiums open up. I forgot that I held on to a ATVI put like an idiot. Probably gonna cut that. It was a $24 contract, y'all, so I'm not.
1888, Jackson's look good. I can't trade that equity though. I don't have access to it.
I'm actually gonna throw ATVI up on the watch list. Watch ATVI above 77.50 today. All right. Madman situation or normal man? Normal man. Do normal man stuff right now. Usually it's in the heat of the moment. I'm a madman. So.
RF Regions Financial getting a pop here after the open.
Stop making fun of that guy, man. Who's in Baba puts? I don't like that Facebook left that gap. I haven't grabbed anything. I haven't grabbed Microsoft Hedge. I haven't done anything. ATVI though is pushing up against my level already.
How does I get that 870 rejection? Come on. Really good. Come on, how do I move the points? See,
Yeah, Baba below 95 is good for a trip, I think, down to 94.50, but that's really where I would want to short it. The premiums on, I think I might go with the 210 strike on Facebook if I take it. I just don't like trade. The Qs are kind of getting pushed down.
Suggestion.
And construction spending and the ISM manufacturing PMI already.
It's Tesla gap filled. Initial move was to the upside and then rejected. It's trying to lose this little supply at 860. It's
Forward some.
Are you shorting Tesla?
Yeah.
I might short it. I think I'm gonna get in a Tesla short.
There we go. $870 rejection. Against Pepper had the same levels.
Oh, that's badass. I haven't taken anything yet.
Dow Jones Investor Buyback at 0.2%, S&P 500 up 0.1%, Nasdaq Composite up 0.1% in the year.
All right, I'm waiting. I'm just gonna sit my hands for a second. Nothing setting. There's Facebook. I don't like that gap underneath it, but I think it might just bypass it.
MCAF Mountain Price Acquisition shares, Mountain Price Acquisition Corp. 4 shares were halted for news.
I think I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this Facebook call and set a good stop loss right now. We'll wait for this bounce off of what I think is going to be 202.26, and then I'm going to take that bounce.
I can't trade the video, but I do want to short this shit. So that equity. Here, short size loading, that's right there. Makes sense. Watch, yeah, that Amazon rejection was 6, straight up the watch list, but I wanted 2,500. Amazon's bleeding out. Let's see if Tesla can continue.
Amazon and Tesla look like they're going to keep bleeding out. So I don't know if Facebook's got it in it, and now it has a gap to the downside.
Qs are moving down as well. You're looking for Facebook long or short?
I was going to go long on it, but now I'm not. I don't. It's rejecting, and the Qs are pushing to the downside.
Tesla, I'm gonna watch that 850 level, a flush below. I'm gonna take a short into the 840s. Spies beating out. Amazon in the small race.
I haven't touched anything yet. All right, I'll grab a Facebook. I'm gonna grab a 197.50 put on Facebook. 195s are good too. I'm just grabbing a light position here because I don't like anything else. All right, I have one. I'm just looking for this to drop down to 198.80 with the Qs. It's engulfing that.
Watch that 850 level.
Yeah, same level for me. 850 is huge. 845 is also 846, excuse me, is a real level to watch for too as well. Yeah, I'm in a Tesla or Facebook for a 197.50 put. There's Tesla.
Yeah.
I still have my Microsoft put. Microsoft's at support. Or bouncing. But use mRNA is going. Where's it going? Oh damn! Yeah, that's sketchy. Come on, Facebook.
Right, anybody work short of the Dow off my level? Here's your first target.
Did the Qs. Wow. I should have just traded the Qs. I don't usually do that though. Well, if anybody's in Rivian, well, 27% since the entry there. All right, so Facebook is showing a divergence right now as the Qs are dumping down to their site. I think what might end up being 310, but Facebook is lagging, which I don't like, but I'd really like to see it dump a little harder. Anybody still in Microsoft puts? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like equity movements with the ETF. I think we might red to green, dude. We're too close to support. Let's.
That is already below 410, guys. Just an FYI. Or below a critical support right now.
Getting ready to flip the script on Facebook here. If it I'm gonna call it 202.35, guys. Yeah, look at it go. Damn, there's 850. Wow, wow. Facebook is literally. I know, man, and my Microsoft put's doing okay, but my Facebook put is just sitting at break even. I haven't made a dime on it, and it's diverging. I'm cutting it. I'm out. I'm out. I'll get back in. I don't like this trade. I'm out. Okay. I'm just flipping it. I'm flipping Facebook to the upside. Come on, fuck, man, come. Are you serious, dude? All right, brokerage is. There we go. Perfect. All right, I'm getting into Tesla or Facebook to the upside now. Precious.
Once VIX at 35, that's not high. $40 VIX, that's what I want. I want a $40 VIX.
All right, just grabbed a 210 call on Facebook. Cut the put.
Recession.
I'm out of Microsoft. Cutting Microsoft as well, guys. That bounces enough for me to know. I'm out and I'm in calls on Facebook.
Pretty sick move. Especially US some bounces down. I think Garrett's theory is correct in regards to the sense of we may go for red to green. Because we can't push a new session low. Then we're gonna go for green. Also, chips are green, also in the FYI. Maybe AMD. This could be the reason why the computers are struggling for that.
Baba's bouncing or bounced really well. Facebook is up against its pivot point. I'm in a Facebook 210 call. I had to flip the script. Yeah, I got out. Yeah, yes, guys, I out of Facebook. Totally out of Facebook. If I'm wrong right now, and because right now we're at a area of resistance. My stop right now is right around 201.86. If I'm wrong right now, I'm just going to be wrong, and I'm probably going to let the first hourly candle close before I take another trade. And this will just be the first two trades, which I'm not upset about. Right now, I have a target of Facebook at 207, so I'm actually looking to add to this trade if we break this pivot point. So,
Dude, have you seen Amazon?
is it going crazy?
That thing is dying, bro.
Oh, the chipmunks are back.
What?
Uh, Every once in a while, Benzinga's Charlie's turns into the Chipmunks, dude. Like it's really weird. All right, I just grabbed a closer in the money strike on Facebook. I grabbed a 207. I'm adding to Facebook here now.
And so you went down now.
Oh, Tesla, insane rate reversal, insane off that 850. Damn, what a nice cover, bro.
Literally, dude. I had yeah. That was. I'm adding into Facebook's going to my target. I'm almost positive. Point. So it's up against the point of control. 205 is a level to watch here. Oh my god, dude, driving me nuts.
Down now. 31% down 37%. That says, oh, you man.
It's US 30, nice. Wow.
Good ad on Facebook. Listen, we were wrong at first. Cut it at the reversal. If you guys flipped the script, good job. Looking at 207 to TP. You can leave a runner if you want. There we go. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Ah, Tesla, insane build. Dude, you called that, dude. Yeah.
Baba, if you're holding that Baba, watch Baba above 99. I'm telling you, man, chasing the dips today was suicide. I didn't. Not today. Anybody watching PayPal, watch PayPal above 90.85. Microsoft, I hope you guys cut.
US 30 with a 50 at 32.918.
Yep.
No, I covered it when it like ticked, so don't worry.
Microsoft looks like it might be good for a little bottom buy, guys. Watch Microsoft to go and retest this pivot 281.50 or 283. I'm gonna hang on to Facebook. I'm cool. Dude, Tesla. Yeah. So right now we should struggle with this 880 and but if we don't, I don't know. I'm going back to my hair my roots turning German or something. 890 don't. I was like got an accent. I don't know where that came from. But 890 is Tesla's mark for me, so
Guys, high bids always gives high premiums on the quick side. Remember that. Ever since the VIX got above 28, I've always said this. VIX above 28 gives us expensive premium, especially for the quick side. That's what's happening right now.
all right, first entry for Facebook calls is going to be the first one that I TP, and we're going to leave the runner because I want to show you guys, if you guys are looking at my stream, look at this. Look at Facebook. Absolutely wacky. Just, it could send it here in Microsoft 310 June 3rd. Nice. There you go.
It was 30 around here.
We just got data. Wait, why did we just get data? No, PMI. Why did we just get PMI?
But unless it was 30 for potential bombs coming up.
Got it.
Just standard limit. Yeah, that-
Damn. Yeah, mRNA is pumping. That's because of the medicine for kids. Niños.
S&P futures.
My grandma used to call me that. It was like the sweetest thing. I loved it. I didn't know what it meant when I was a kid. For like 2 years, I grew up in a Mexican household, so it was awesome. Come on, Facebook. You're slowing down. All right, we're moving slow here. So if your premiums jack up on Facebook, and you have size, that's when you want to take advantage of that. Good volume here at the bell, I will say, to start the day. So let's go, Facebook.
Coming up to see how the market behaves. All right, there's like no study.
Whee! There it is. All right. First entry, just like I said, 31%. Excellent. Wow, that sounded. Ooh. Am I shorting Facebook? No. Yeah, that's what I thought of immediately when I said that. Well, why did I have that sound in my voice? Excellent.
theorizing or scientific, the
Play. Yo, that is literally like A1 as far as like cutting when you're wrong and just flipping it. Don't get, a lot of people can't handle like the emotional part of that. They get caught up on it. So, all right, there you go. There's another nice push to the upside here for Facebook. It did just hit my target of 207. So here's what we got to do. We got to evaluate volume, and we also need to set a stop below us. Where can we go and bounce? So obviously, if we were to pull back and bounce all the way at 204, that would nearly be a reversal candle, and I would not expect for Facebook to continue. But holding and bouncing off of 205 looks good to me. The next target to the upside right now is 208. So if you're holding, what?
low volume shares at $9 at global.
Look at Facebook hitting that point of control, and this is a conflict. Oh, yes, dude, go look at Facebook. That's money. We were short at the right at that first 5-minute wick, and then we cut right in time. My broker was an asshole, but and then we flipped it, and I added multiple times. So money. Whee!
mRNA, Moderna, the June 150.
Yes, dude. I love starting off the month green. It's amazing. Oh, Big Stepper also posted Facebook. Yeah, if we both have the same watch list, that's a general rule of thumb there. What did we just tap? I gotta quit running my mouth. We just hit 208, guys. We just hit my target. So, that I'm gonna go ahead and call. 1 second. Let me look at the one really quick. 9-day moving average is at 206. All right, I'll keep holding this runner for just. If it goes below 206.35, that's a cut, and that's a candle close. So I think we hit our 208.76 here. I think one more push up. What are the Qs doing? Qs retested 315. That's why we're seeing that little pullback there. I hope people are trimming, taking profits. 75%, nice. Good.
And the ISM member for April is 57.6.
By the way, so the one lot on Tesla equals to 100 shares.
I'm out.
Leverage, dude. Leverage is like crack or better.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut at this here in just a second. I still have Baba though. PayPal hourly candle. Look at PayPal's setup on the hourly. The only thing I don't like is that wick. All right, if you're in Facebook, guys, go ahead and take advantage of this move to the upside. I'm done, guys. This is
Circuit breaker at the intraday high.
why they're not even that good. I'm out.
Near the intraday high.
I'm out of Facebook, guys. That little bounce gave me a chance to cut.
Up about 29%.
I don't see why we go up. So, I mean, it's just sometimes it's just technicals. Sometimes it's literally just the fact that we've fallen so hard. Is that it? So if you guys are still holding Facebook, you guys make sure you set your stops. You got a great bounce. I think you still go hit that 208.60. So if you're holding any runners, do what you will. That's the last level that I have for Facebook as far as right now. Anywhere above 209. is where we could see some decent movement from Facebook. But I'm good to go. I'm out. We were red at the beginning of the day. I was, what do I see for PayPal 1 hour? I see that it has to get above $90. When you're in front of a psychological or in a psychological number, you don't want to take. I mean, you can, but I just don't like to take huge bets. So, PayPal, or excuse me, BABA does look good, and I still have that call. So if anybody still has BABA, I'm gonna see what it does here. So I, for some reason, thought that somebody had a BABA put this morning. Yeah, I would say BABA to $100 at least. I have a BABA call, and so I was confused. I wasn't sure. Hey, who's still in Facebook, guys? I want. I mean, I want to help. If you're in something or want me to take a look at something right now. Shush. Stop it. I don't need to hear you anymore right now. Sorry, Charlie. There's Facebook. Amazon. Okay, 1 second. Anybody still in Facebook? There it is. There's my level. All right, there's Facebook. Wow. Dude, look at Facebook. How bad is it? It's going up hard.
Holy shit, that's right there. Yeah, you said PayPal 90. It must be low $90.
Yeah, it is.
What? That's crazy.
All right, Amazon. Sorry, guys. Baba is moving pretty well though. Oh, this is a key level for Amazon. This was a huge bounce level for Amazon. I don't see any reason why it should not bounce here. This is likely going to close probably as a hammer. And I would say 2475. And then the first level for a retest would be 2500, obviously.
What the hell is going on with the studio?
Okay, so if you had a Baba put, I know I want to know who to slap. Oh yeah. Now you can go long. You know why we go long on Baba? So that we have money to go short on it. Look at me. I did one, dude. I don't know if I should post it. I didn't even send it to you, dude. I was so it was you want to know how I got these scars? Oh, dude, it was bad. Yeah, I should have not. Yeah, I was like I was watching it after I made it. I was like you're trying to get banned again, dude? That's how you get banned again. Whatever helps you sleep at night. It's a creative outlet, you know. Yo, Facebook, anybody in runners? You've got 209.36. 209.36. Money? People making money? Money? Money. There was this weird trend on Baba's sending it if anybody held Baba on TikTok where people are just posting videos of like crabs being eaten or like all sorts of, and it was just like the Mr. Krabs sound, like money, 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 money. I was like, yo, this is borderline traumatizing. What are you guys doing? Wow. Anybody still in Facebook? Any runners? Gold 186 strike. Oof. Oof. That rejection on that. Ooh, 209.36, 26, excuse me. I love Rolly's Microsoft call, guys. I really do. I think that might be a good I think it goes to 290 possibly. Look at that. We don't need them. I might roll back into Facebook. Something longer. I might hit that 215. Wee. Wee. Whoa. Damn. There's 210 on Facebook. Holy hell. Mark Zuckerberg's trying to douse the world in sweet baby rays. Listen, go look up Mark Zuckerberg's obsession with the Roman empires, guys. It'll change your life. It'll ruin it. You'll be short on Facebook forever. That jacket interview that he did, where they wanted him to take his jacket off, dude, I still cry every time I watch it. Every time it comes up, I'm like, no way. All right, if anybody was being greedy on Facebook, here's your chance to take some profit. You just hit 210. So, are you in any weekly trades? I usually 10 lot. 10 to 15 is usually my go-to. So now that you've hit a psychological number like 210, you could expect to, okay, never mind. I'm going to shut up. You ever start talking about like what could happen and then it's like, it just is like, no. I don't know. I kind of want to call it quits, but yeah, we ripped that one to shreds, dude. That one had a good setup. The setup was bonkers this morning. That's okay. Okay, you guys already know what I'm gonna say. That's exactly what I was like. Yo, why is Facebook not moving? So what I do like, go, huh? I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. I have no idea, but that's a good theory. Yo, I don't know if Facebook's gonna stop. I think it might go to 212 today. I might just grab that and just hang it.
No way. I just saw your profile picture on Twitter.
Do you like it? Like a J.K. Potter. I love it. Uh, Pecan? All right. Damn. Microsoft needs to move. There's no way. Facebook has to keep going. So what if it just goes to 2? Yeah, I'm gonna take that 15. Where do you see Baba pulling back to? I don't see it pulling back right now. I see it hitting 101. Facebook said QQQ, look at me, I'm the captain now. That's pretty basically what just happened. And that was, I think, good on our part, maybe a little bit overzealous, taking that short, but it was the first entry. It was cut at a good time. And then we flipped the script and we added well. So that's that. There's nothing wrong with the way that we just executed that. You could always try and tighten it up. But yeah, that's it. A lot of people, when they lose money right at the start of the day, that's like debilitating. It ruins their day. Um, Gotta try and make sure that doesn't happen. Watch for a Facebook pullback 207. Yeah, please feel free. If you guys are done for the day, you know, make sure to post those gains if you feel inclined to do so. Um, but a great day. Already taking off, carrying the momentum from April. That's really awesome. We're starting the month off green, especially after mortgages, rent just got paid. So
You send me a message on Twitter, like what you tagged me on.
yeah, I like that guy, by the way.
If you don't understand something, you look into it. If you think that one like the MCA just support resistance to candlesticks,
Oh no.
you're never gonna understand it. Gold, that's not what gold is. Yeah, you know, off of it trades. Gold plants manipulate leverage here, and nobody understands the reason why it's so manipulated is because there is no physical gold, bro. There's not enough gold to meet on contracts.
Right.
Those future contracts, and they would all get exercised, there would be a nasty short squeeze. Same with silver, exactly. So banks are delta neutral in those positions. Just because the banks, their positions offset and then they make money on one side, doesn't mean that they don't rebalance. I said it when gold was rising to $2,000. I said this is where the most selling is going to take place. There's no way gold's going to go over 2K again. Bro, gold tapped 1998, and look at where it's at now, 1858. Completely insane, right? So it's manipulated. The second thing, Russia. Dude, Russia's loaded on gold. Loaded. It took all of Venezuela's plus what they have. Russia's loaded. So why would we, right? Assuming we're trying to not short squeeze, I'm sorry. We're trying to squeeze Russia, right? If we're trying to squeeze their economy, why would we allow the price of gold to rise when we can get more hurt from gold rising while Russia benefits, right? Because there's a short squeeze on gold.
Oh, I don't. Hey,
The banks.
real quick, I don't like how far away Facebook's 9-day moving average is. So if you're in Facebook, y'all, just keep that in mind as it pulls back right now. I don't think that we're like going short, but just please also be aware of where we're at on the cues. Remember what I said, red to green? That means that we could go red down first and then green to retest the levels that we broke on Friday. This gets traders all miscombobulated and really kind of stomps out a lot of people. So keep in mind right now that we really do need to break up above 317 for the Qs, and the pivot is at 317.75. Otherwise, watch. I wouldn't even say continuation of the downside. I would just say maybe even range trading if you do start crossing below 313. So just an FYI. Still got hope on the Tesla put. I can tell you right now, man, that's one of the worst, best, painful lessons that you will ever learn. Is hope, because the market will. You could write a long letter about how you had. We used to joke about it. We have a family, you know, like from Nadim, you know, like they don't care, you know. They it doesn't matter whether you hope that I mean it I don't know. I think a general rule of thumb is if your contract strategy is hope, it's probably start time or time to start looking to exit or just take the lesson as learned, because otherwise you're gonna get learned. There's no hope in the markets. There is not. Yeah, it is just cold hard facts. Straight up. Tesla will fall. I'll give you a level. Tesla below 862, 95. I think you pull back, but otherwise, right now, Tesla above its current resistance at 882. Holy shit! There is Facebook falling like a hot rock.
Wow, nasty time reversal.
Nasty. We did have PMI come in too, so
The reversal.
I wouldn't even say, yeah, it's not quite a reversal. That doji right there is damning. And this movement's definitely not in favor of future upside. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Microsoft kind of has a 5-minute bear flag. But again, we're on a major support level. Microsoft doesn't fall until it loses 275. Holy sh-
Green to red. We already have red to green, but we're just haven't pushed any or anything. So let's see how this gets digested.
We could, yeah, I was just gonna say we could be building something going into power hour. Facebook, on the other hand, this thing is kind of nutty. I don't exactly know what's going on with this thing. I still think that it bounces, but or it goes up. I think it's just yeah, it is. It just retested its downtrend. So watch for Facebook bounce 206.72.
Also, by the way, if gold is an inflation hedge, then so is Tesla. Just an FYI. Gold is not. Ever since the banks got in and they started showing their neutrality into their gold positions, that shows that gold is not going to survive anything. Anytime it goes up, it gets shorted back down. Oh,
I grabbed a $65 put for AA for this week. A 65. It's still good to take if you guys want to take it.
great watch this bro. Killed it.
Yeah.
Tesla was less.
Yeah. Great job. Big step.
Tesla rejection. That was.
Now we just need to get your ass on live.
Chat at time to be on live tomorrow.
Yeah, don't spam them. We need 100 votes. Let's do it. We're pressuring him. This is totally unsolicited. He did not ask for this. He's probably gonna leave it. He's probably gonna leave now. We're just gonna see Big Stepper's chat just bloop.
I guess holding it for yourself. You have inflation with a little side and gold.
Make gold bullets. Yeah, I got a $65 put for AA.
Oh, we're gonna check that. Dude, do you guys have any futures contract? Oh, scrap.
Jeez. So we're seeing a divergence again from Facebook. Although that may end up, you got that bounce, so people trying to flag it and reach for the retest, giving you that bounce there. But ooh boy, if you lose that, Facebook we might see a full on reversal. I think right now Tesla's trying to build. I just don't see us going red yet. Is my target on AA 65.35? No, it's 63.80. So what just happened is you had a major trend line retest. So man, I should have just exited our calls because we made good money on the calls, and just played it to the downside. We just broke 65 on that. So right now, bear flag on Microsoft for the 5-minute time frame. This one is likely to go to low of day 277. Facebook is holding a divergence, going for a retest. If we reject 208, then I'm probably gonna go ahead and cut any runners or anything that I have, and then let that thing go. So, yeah, great day. Hopefully you guys were green. It is 10 o'clock. I know people on the West Coast are getting up for work, so a lot of people are done. Or if you're getting up for work and you're on the West Coast, now you have an extra buck or two. I'll be in Jersey last week of the month. Hit me up, dinner on me.
Oh wow, that was a nice scalp on the dollar right there. If I bought it, the easy money.
Well, Big Stepper's never offered to let me have dinner on him. You're gonna get you over trading.
Yeah.
Uh, if you guys got that $65 put, that's up 13% already. Yeah, I've had a great day. I was just focusing on Facebook, and I think AA is going to be a good hold. What? Held what?
77. 901. It's at 956 right now.
I need dinner. I don't care if it's guac. It's extra. Nobody wants to have dinner with me. I'm just kidding. um, holy shit, dude. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get back into mostly cash here. That's a big short there on Facebook, guys. I think that's gonna end up flagging out or something like that. I'm not taking anything. I think that if you look at Microsoft, right, you got a 5 minute bear flag. Retail's licking their chops right now, thinking this thing's gonna dump. But be careful. It is nowhere near a level that is good for dumping. So 206.35 and 205.75 is where you could see a pullback on Facebook. So but I'm out of everything except for my AA puts. Great day, everybody, though. I might hang out for a a little bit longer and see if anything else pops up. Yo, Microsoft. What the fuck?
Funny, bro. I was supposed to go and grab, I think it was like dinner or something with, he was here in Miami, and then the next day after the festival, they're like, bro, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm better right now. I was like, don't worry about it, bro. He's good. He's good.
That's good. A dump level on Microsoft will be 275. I went to a festival and woke up in like an actual wild like berry bush. It was pretty awesome. I don't know where it was though. It took me like an hour to get back to like where I was supposed to be. It's also covered in berries. Which festival did you go to?
Oh, sure.
Ultra?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Bro.
In Ibiza? No. So a divergence on Facebook. What I'm doing is I'm watching the queues, and the queues are falling hard. But as they have been falling hard, Facebook has continued to hold its ground, meaning that as the queues go down, oftentimes it will hold its ground in reverse. So I'm actually going to be watching it to reverse, and I think that Microsoft might even bounce too, giving you a really good entry at a possibly early entry around 279, looking to go and break that 280.50. So. I just want you guys to notice, by the way, that put that I took on AA, I have yet to look at the 5 minute, not even once. And we're up 12%. 60 cents away. Oh my God. Apple. Wow. Apple. See, Apple, wow. Damn, that prediction came totally true from last night. So I said maybe a bounce here, right? To go long up. And this broke support. So 1, 2, 3. I would say that the next support for Apple is 153. Yeah, I mean, honestly, with the volume and the trajectory right now to the downside, Certainly looks that way. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm just gonna pause the streams. Um, I'm gonna stay in the Discord. So if you guys are on YouTube, and Twitter Spaces, stuff like that, I'll catch you guys later tonight. Um, but I'll be right back if you guys are in the Discord. So, but otherwise, great day if you guys were with us on YouTube or wherever. Hopefully, you guys made pretty good money. And I will likely tweet out tonight if I end up going live. And make sure to go look at the Discord announcements. We are going to be changing the Discord in August, but some of the deadlines are closing in May for a couple of changes. So just FYI for anybody out there looking to join. So peace out, YouTube. I wouldn't chase AA now. No. I mean, if you're gonna, yeah, I wouldn't. No. So.
There's so much volatility that it's like translating to other industries.